question. So I had a bunch of calls with you guys today, and there are a couple of things that have kept coming up in the calls with Q&A and questions that you have. So I wanted to just jump on here live and answer some of them for the group, because I think that this is going to really benefit everybody. So I'm going to make this pretty quick. But the first thing I want to talk about is around planning out your macros for the day. So with the flexible dieting, with the macro counting and that style of eating, the benefit is that it's very flexible. You can incorporate the things that you like. The downside is it does require a little bit of planning in the beginning of your day. So there are two ways you could go about if it fits your macros. The first way is a very proactive approach. The second way is a reactive approach. So with a proactive approach, you sit down in the beginning of your day, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and sort of think about what do you plan to eat today, and enter it into your app and log it accordingly, and then make sure that your day balances out with your macros and adjust accordingly if you need to add more protein here or more carbs here or whatnot. The second way is a little bit more reactive. It's like you log as you're going, you kind of eat whatever, and then you get to 10 p.m. at night, you're about to go to bed, and you look at your app and you're like, oh no, I'm like 100 grams behind on carbs, and then you're stuck being like, okay, now I gotta eat all this bread to fill my carb thing, which isn't really the best idea ever. So I think when a lot of people start, if it fits your macro style, they start with a more reactive approach to kind of track as they go, and then get to dinner time and they're like, they're super behind on one thing and then have to kind of catch up, which it's not ideal. It's really hard. It's just like annoying to have to eat a lot of one certain macronutrient at one meal, and it's not really necessary. I think I encourage you guys to use a more proactive approach in the beginning of your day, where you sit down and you say, okay, today I think I'm roughly going to have this much food, or this type of meal, and that way, if you are going out to eat for dinner, carbs and fats at dinner and enjoy yourself a little bit more, maybe have some dessert, and then go lighter during the daytime on the carbs and fats. So taking a few minutes to just plan out your day, plan out what you think you're going to eat is going to help a lot. And then if you want to make little swaps on the fly, it's much easier. If it's lunchtime and you've already planned to eat like a sandwich with like bread and cheese and meat, and then someone gives you a cookie, you can make swaps pretty easily. You can say, okay, I'm gonna eat this cookie, and then maybe I'll take away like one slice of bread because the cookie is kind of carbs and the bread is carbs. So you can do this sorts of thing will become a little bit more intuitive to you the more you do it. But I really encourage you guys to take the time initially to plan out your day in the beginning. I think in our heads, we make it out to feel like a lot of work and effort, but in reality, it takes like 5 minutes. I'm going to do a full training I'm going to record like a screen share of my phone on MyFitnessPal and how I do it, and it'll help you make it like even faster. But tracking should not be taking super long. It shouldn't be like this onerous, burdensome thing that's taking a really long time. We want to make it as easy as possible, and really like just 3 to 5 minutes of your entire day. So with that, I want to talk a little bit about how to plan out your day. So the way I do it and the way I encourage you to do it is to use a meal template in your head. So every meal, approach it with your macros. Like I'm going to think about it as, okay, for breakfast, I'm going to have a protein, a carb, and a fat, a little bit of healthy fats. For lunch, I'm going to have a protein, a carb, and a little bit of healthy fats, and veggies, of course, as many veggies as you want. But having that template in mind can help you approach each meal and make sure that each meal is rounded out. And this will help with getting in your protein for the day. So a lot of you guys, these macros might be a little bit more protein than you're used to.